So long, farewell.
It has been 6 decades since this young lady captured the hearts of moviegoers the world over.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I.
The classic film version of The Sound of Music is 60 this year, and my next guest, as you saw there, was just 6 years old when she played Gretl von Trapp alongside Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer in the classic film. Well, she's in Washington, D.C. to help kick off the national touring production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music at the Kennedy Center. She joined me in D.C. recently. Here's my exclusive interview with Kym Karath.
Have sung for 1,000 years.
Kym, I cannot believe it has been 65 years since Sound of Music premiered, the musical, and then 60 years since you all did the film all those years ago. But that wasn't your first movie.
No, it was actually my 4th movie. I started when I was 3 years old.
Wow. And you were discovered where?
At my father's restaurant. My father was in the restaurant business. And as the story goes, because I don't remember that particular episode, they came up to me and my mother and said to my mother, "Your daughter's so adorable. Would you like to have her in a movie?" And my mother said, "You should just ask her." So they asked me, and I said, "Well, if it doesn't take too long, because I have a lot of dolls to take care of."
Oh, and so they gave you doll release, and you said, "Yes, I'll do it."
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
you know.
and what a premiere! I mean, Spencer's Mountain with Henry Fonda and Maureen O'Sullivan.
Maureen O'Hara,
O'Hara.
Exactly.
That had to be incredible. And then you're in movies
then
with
The
Doris
Thrill
Day.
of It All with Doris Day.
Yeah, and Jack Lemmon
And
after
Jack
that.
Lemmon. Mm-hmm,
I mean, an incredible. So then, how did The Sound of Music come into your life? Did you audition for the role?
I did. All that experience was, I mean, there were lots of kids with experience, and we all just auditioned.
For Robert Wise?
For Robert Wise.
What did you sing? Do you remember?
Well, I do remember, actually, because first of all was the regular audition. There were a couple of those. Then there was the singing audition, as you cleared everything else. And apparently they asked me, they said, "Could you sing a song?" I said, "Which one? I know all of them." Because
From the musical,
I did.
You would listen to it.
I'd listen to it, yeah, because basically I knew everything at that particular age. I had a great memory, and put music on, I would just be.
You still have a great memory. We were talking before the show, and you remembered eating Ponchatoula strawberries in New Orleans.
That's very, very
that's
memorable.
Very specific,
very,
Kym.
Very. So I decided to sing 16 going on 17. Why? Because I was 5 going on 17 pretty much at that point. Thanks to my older brother and sister, so I always wanted to be
Were they musical?
Everybody was musical.
The whole
in my
family?
My whole family was The Sound of Music.
You're kidding.
My mother had a beautiful coloratura soprano voice.
Wow.
She had sung once at Carnegie Hall. My family was Greek.
Yeah.
And
Aurelia
in Greek.
Beautiful name.
Yeah. Born on the island of Lesbos, and came to America when she was 8 years old.
Wow.
And Daddy was born in New York, but then actually raised in Greece. So I had very, very, my grandparents didn't speak a word of English. So I did learn Greek. I had to go to Greek school, and
Wow.
So, but I would answer I'm a Californian when anybody asked me anything, but I feel the roots of it.
So 5 years old, you get swept off to Austria to shoot for what, 6 months?
Well, 3 months in Austria, but the whole shoot was a whole year altogether. So 3 months, and then 3 months in Los Angeles at the studio, 3 months in Salzburg. Should have been 6 weeks, but it rained all the time.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then 3 months of looping and all the things you do. It was time consuming, but it gave me a chance to become family with my Sound of Music siblings.
Wow. That continues to this day. You're still close to all of them.
To this day, people always find it so entertaining to hear and so funny and nice, but we just became part of one another's lives.
I read an interview with you where you said, again, a 5-year-old, one of the best things about the movie to me was becoming a family.
Yeah, it really was. It's sustained me through my entire life. Heather Menzies, who passed away, I was at her bedside when she got sick, and with Charmian as well. I just love them so much, and we miss them. Every time the five of us are together, we miss them.
Wow.
Heather and her husband Robert were godparents to my son Eric.
Unbelievable.
So our lives have, merged.
It really was a lifelong bond out of that movie.
Lifelong.
Tell me about Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. Your greatest memory of working with both of them.
My greatest memories are not really working with them because they were later. The greatest memories were later. So here's my favorite.
Okay.
Chris Plummer story. So I hadn't seen him in many years, and somebody invited me to go to the Westport Country Playhouse. He lived in Westport, Connecticut. After 9/11, there was a fundraiser for the firefighters. Paul Newman was in it, a lot of other celebrities, and somebody had me go backstage, and Paul Newman knew and was waiting for me and threw his arms around me and said, "Your father's been pacing the floor waiting to see you." So I went into his dressing room, and he threw his arms around me, and so happy to see him. He was just wonderful. And so that was one of my favorite memories, was Paul Newman and Chris Plummer.
And Chris Plummer in the same location.
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
incredible.
Pretty incredible.
What about Julie Andrews? What was she like off screen?
Julie is as wonderful off screen as she is on screen. That's all I can say. She's sweet and funny and warm and maternal, and if you're around her and she thinks it's cold, she's like, "Do you have a sweater with you?" She's just a mom in that lovely way. At the same time, so sophisticated, and just kind of everything you see is what you get with Julie.
I read where she would sing to you all between takes.
She did.
And with you all.
She was just our friend on the set.
All these years later, you must look back on this. Julie Andrews said that this really was the last great Hollywood film. Do you feel that way?
Well, maybe. I don't really think of it on a historical level so much because, I don't know, I just
You were
don't.
part of it. Yeah.
I certainly think it's one of the last great musicals.
Without a doubt. And its sustaining power. What do you think has driven it all these years? Look, I can remember not so many years ago, it happens annually, taking my kids to Wolf Trap outdoors here in Virginia, and they play the movie and have a sing-along. And you've got children singing with their great-grandparents. It's an incredible, there are a few things in the culture, and I love when these happen, and I try to point them out to the audience. There are a few things that draw generations together, like this film has.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, whenever I'm asked something similar, I think it's sort of a combination of many different things. I think the music is absolute genius. Rodgers and Hammerstein at their best. Soaring melodies, beautifully done. Julie Andrews' voice, the incredible Salzburg setting, and what they were able to create on the studio, which was on the studio lot, which was true artistry.
That will bring us back to dough, oh, oh, oh. Dough! A deer, a female deer.
Ray!
A drop of golden sun.
But also this incredible story that is a true story.
Yeah.
And that, I think that grounds it in something that ultimately I think is profound, because it's about a family, and it's about a family in circumstances that are about to become quite extreme, who make a very, very significant moral choice.
Did you meet the Von Trapps?
Yes.
And I know you know them now.
Yes. Oh my gosh, what an incredible honor. And I'll tell you one of my most emotional Von Trapp stories. So in 1999, there was a Broadway revival of The Sound of Music.
Oh, I remember that.
And we were all invited to go, so I flew to New York to do that. And actually, I think I was living in Connecticut at the time, so drove in. And the Von Trapps were there. And Austria, the Office of Tourism, I think, was doing a little soiree for us before. And so they asked us to sing Silent Night all together. So the Broadway cast, all 7 of us, and the actual Von Trapps sang Silent Night. And it still kind of chokes me up, because it was like, I still have goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
It was kind of amazing. I don't think anybody recorded it, but to have their history with us that day.
Incredible.
was just amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really the meeting of both the cultural and the
Oh,
reality, and
oh.
what a moment.
Oh, absolutely.
What a moment.
Yeah.
Tell me, in 1991, you have a birth. Your son Eric comes into the world, and this really changed your life in an unexpected way. Tell me what happened.
Well, everything was perfect and wonderful and everything, and then he contracted viral meningitis when he was 3 weeks old, and then he had seizures and almost didn't make it, and so it created brain damage. He's in wonderful shape. He's strong and gorgeous and sweet as can be, but we live with disability.
Yeah, and you started a foundation as a result of.
Well, he changed, as I told you, the entire trajectory, and struggling to get the right set of circumstances for him, in terms of school, in terms of everything, was very difficult. Yeah. And I met a woman who I think is a human angel, who was Eric's teacher at Malibu High School when we moved back to California. Yeah. Her name, I will say her name because it is a name of an angel, Lisa Zalagi, and she loved all the kids in that class so much. And after the kids started to age out, all of us parents and Lisa, it was Lisa's dream to create a program after like the age of 22 when they were no longer serviced by the school system. Yeah. And we looked around because we didn't necessarily want to create something from scratch if there was something great, but there wasn't.
There was nothing.
And so we created a program, and we're in our 12th year, and we serve close to 100 young adults with disabilities.
Wow, incredible. I love that family runs through your whole life. From the time you were a child, your parents, this Sound of Music family that continues with you to this day. And here you are in Washington going to the Kennedy Center to see a new revival of Sound of Music 60 years after you did the movie, 65 years after the premiere of the musical. What happens to you when you hear these songs?
Well, first of all, let me just say, I'm so thrilled. Yeah. I've never been to the Kennedy Center before.
First time.
And I have just an awe of the Kennedy Center. And it's even bigger this year because last Christmas, here's my little Christmas story. So my son loves Christmas. So I'm just like my father. I put Christmas songs on right after Thanksgiving.
Me too. If not before Thanksgiving. My wife always says, can we at least wait till the turkey's cut?
The household is like, can you just please wait till Thanksgiving at least? I'm right with you on that one. And so we started, and then we watch every Christmas special you can possibly watch on TV. I mean, honestly, Christmas starts, and Eric is so happy. And finally, we ran out of things this year. And I'm like, okay, we need some fresh material here. And YouTube has every single Kennedy Center Christmas from, I don't know, Reagan. Yeah. And I've watched all the presidents celebrate Christmas. We've watched with Eric, like all of these incredible musicians, everyone from Johnny Mathis to, I mean, just everyone, Julie Andrews and Johnny Mathis. And it's, so I've been even more in awe of the Kennedy Center. I always was with the Kennedy Center honors, but it's just like it's a cornerstone of our culture.
Yeah, I agree. It's our cultural showplace. I mean, it's America's showplace. So your thoughts on this revival, a new generation seeing this show live. It was written, Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote this very late in their careers, and still, I mean, usually songwriters at the end, not so hot. Not these
not
guys.
them.
Every,
not them.
Every song's a hit.
Top of their game.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
and I guess Edelweiss was the last lyric that Oscar Hammerstein wrote.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
But what do you feel when you sit there and you hear these songs?
Oh, I'm going to try to not cry. That's going to be my major. I'm going to be overwhelmed, and I'm going to try to not cry. Mostly because it's overwhelming. It's touching. It connects me to, my family, my cast family, my son, like just everything. It's and the world, because Sound of Music's been a little bit of an international passport, tell you the truth.
Well, and it's also I think, a great touchstone of the American musical, the American family, and the values that hold us up and sustain us through time. Every time I see it, that always comes rushing back. And those beautiful melodies. I mean, nobody wrote melodies like Richard Rodgers.
So I have to completely agree with you.
Well, Kym, what a joy. Enjoy the show. And so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Great to see you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
To bed, and so must I.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
And The Sound of Music is playing at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. through October 5th. Then it resumes its national tour. For more information and tickets to the remaining Kennedy Center performances, go to kennedy-center.org.